All, in this video, we will try to understand the constitution of Mrigashira Nakshatra, the structure of Mrigashira Nakshatra. So, Mrigashira Nakshatra is basically it's the seed of Mars energy. So, there are three Mars nakshatras. So, for every planet, there are three nakshatras. So, there are totally 9 planets, 9 into 3, 27 nakshatras. So, for Mars, the planet, the nakshatras are basically the Mrigashira Nakshatra, Chitra Nakshatra, and then you can see the Dhanishta Nakshatra. So, Mrigashira is the seed of Martian energy, and Chitra is the flowering of Martian energy, and whereas the Dhanishta Nakshatra is the fruit of Martian energy. So basically, Mrigashira Nakshatra varies from 23 degree 20 minutes of Taurus to 6 degree 40 minutes of Gemini. So this is every Mars Nakshatra, if you observe, it acts as a bridge between an earthy sign and an airy sign. If you see the Taurus is an earthy sign basically, right? And Gemini is an airy sign. So 2 padas of Mrigashira Nakshatra are in Taurus, and 2 padas means the Mrigashira Nakshatra 3-4 are in the sign of Gemini. So basically Mrigashira Nakshatra 1-2 padas are in Taurus, and Mrigashira Nakshatra 3-4 padas are in Gemini. Similarly, if you observe the Chitra Nakshatra 1-2 padas are in the earthy sign Virgo, and Chitra Nakshatra 3-4 padas are in the sign of Libra, which is an airy sign basically. And similarly, you can also see Dhanishta Nakshatra 1-2 padas are in the earthy sign. The purely earthy signs are more practical in nature. They are very much practical. The energy of earthy sign gives the practical abilities to the person. So Capricorn is the peak of earthy sign, you can say, right? This is the third earthy sign after Taurus, Virgo, and then you can see the Capricorn is the third earthy sign, which is peak of earthy sign. And in this particular Capricorn, you can find the Dhanishta 1-2 padas at the end. And in the beginning of Aquarius, right, which is an airy sign basically, so there also you can find Dhanishta Nakshatra 3-4. So the fundamental thing here is Mars Nakshatras 1-2 padas are in the earthy sign, and 3-4 padas are in the airy sign, right? So that is the fundamental thing. So Mrigashira, the initiator of Martian energy, is represented in the sky, in the sky by a bright star and 3 not so bright stars. In the sky you can find what is called as Orion, right? The Orion constellation, we generally say the Orion constellation in the Western terminology we generally say, or in the sky you can find the Orion, right? So there the whole Orion is not important, of course, for us, for Mrigashira Nakshatra basically. The 4 stars, only the 4 stars are very much important. Though in those 4 stars also there is one bright star and the three not so bright stars. So these 4 stars combinedly called as Mrigashira Nakshatra. So every nakshatra consists of some number of stars, right? So here in this Mrigashira Nakshatra you can find the 4 stars, in which one is a very bright star and another 3 are not so bright stars. So these stars are known in the modern astronomy, of course, as something like Pi 2 Orionis, Pi 3 Orionis, Pi 4 Orionis, and Gamma Orionis. Right? Four stars are given four different names, of course. Right? So basically, every nakshatra consists of some number of stars. If you take Rohini Nakshatra, right, of course, it consists of one and only one single star, Rohini Nakshatra, right? So, some nakshatras consist of only one single star, some nakshatras consist of some number of stars. Here, especially the Mrigashira Nakshatra, it consists of basically it consists of four stars. One star is very bright, and the other three stars are not so bright, right? So in these stars, the Gamma Orionis, right, that is the brightest star among the four stars of Mrigashira Nakshatra. So the visible magnitude of this particular Gamma Orionis is 1.66, right? 1.66 is the visible magnitude of Gamma Orionis. So visual magnitude and brightness are basically inversely related. So if visual magnitude is higher, then brightness is lower, or visual magnitude is lower, then brightness is higher. So they are basically inversely related. So a visual magnitude of 1.66, of course, is a lower value. So automatically the brightness of Gamma Orionis here is very much higher, you can say, right? So Mrigashira Nakshatra basically consists of four stars. In those four stars, the brightest one is Gamma Orionis. So it is the brightest one, right? So it's very easy to locate this particular star, right? Because this Orion constellation, the whole Orion constellation, is very much easier to locate in the night sky, especially if you are in countryside where there are no lights on the roads, right? On a dark night, you can clearly identify Orion constellation. There you can find the four stars. In those four stars also, this particular Gamma Orionis, which is the brightest star of Mrigashira Nakshatra, you can easily find it out, right? So Gamma Orionis is also called as Bellatrix, right? So this is the main constitution, or you can say the structure of Mrigashira Nakshatra. Four stars, in that also one bright star, right? So the other three stars are not so brighter, right? But still, there those three not so bright stars' energy also very important, right? In the Mrigashira Nakshatra, that's what our ancient sages identified, right? So the three not so bright stars can be seen aligned in a bow-like formation a little away on the right hand side of Bellatrix, that is Gamma Orionis. So from the Gamma Orionis, the brightest star, you can find in the right hand side. So these three stars you can identify, right? In the picture also you can see the three not so bright stars. They form a bow-like structure, right? So the ancient Vedic Vedic sages saw these stars to be forming a deer's head, and we will try to know why they try to, the Mrigashira, they named it as the Mrigashira. Shira means the head, Mriga means basically Mriga means any kind of forest animal, you can say, but especially here Mrigashira means a deer, right? So totally these three not so bright stars, they actually forming a deer's head kind of a structure, right? We'll try to understand the meaning of Mrigashira in our some other video, but this is the structure of Mrigashira Nakshatra. It consists of four stars. One is the brightest star, and the three stars are not so brighter, and this is the fundamental structure of Mrigashira Nakshatra. So thanks for watching this video.